India and Indian captains. Nowhere else in the world are captains so applauded and blamed for cricketing fortunes as it is done in India. So you go from the never back down captaincy of Ganguly to the cool, calculated, winning trophies by the lot captaincy of Dhoni. And finally, if you throw the stone, I'll throw the entire cement truck at you captaincy of Virat Kohli. We Indians love our captains. But in this limelight of glorious Indian captains, waiting in the shadows, lies another captain who did what his team needed, took his team to new heights, and then got derided for it. This is the story of how that captain came back when his country needed him, but this time to shape a country's future. Well, it was to be known as one of the greatest crises in Indian cricket, especially after the 2000 fixing scandal.
I hope you understand. I will not be able to talk. Let me go.
The widely acclaimed, well-loved captain was in open feud with a newly appointed foreign coach.
There's a patch between you and Saurav now. Can we say that?
And what was seen as an act of betrayal by some and an act of courage by others, the board had sided with the coach. The captain was thrown out of the captainship and the team. Fans were in an uproar, pundits were launching scathing attack on BCCI's handling of the situation, and Indian cricket, which was gearing up to become a new superpower, had become the laughingstock of the world. And it was in this disaster of a situation that captainship fell into the lap of Dravid. I choose my words very purposely here. He didn't get the captainship, nor was he awarded the captainship. It fell in his lap. Because that is exactly how the world saw it. The public consensus went from Rahul being a temporary stand-in till Saurav comes back, to him simply being Greg Chappell's stooge. The funny thing is, even at its worst, Dravid was never blamed for pushing Ganguly out, because even his stringiest critic agreed at the time that Dravid would never do something like that.
I've been given the job to captain the side, and I don't, I'm not sort of looking over my shoulder, looking at someone else. I mean, I have a job to do, and I try and do it the way I can and in the best of my ability. Both of us are professional enough to understand, what our roles are in this situation at this point of time.
Still, the verdict was clear. Dravid didn't deserve the captaincy, but he can have it for now. What nobody predicted though was the absolute terror Indian team was to become under his captaincy, especially in tests. In the next 2 years, he went on to win 4 out of 7 series, losing just 3 out of 15 away tests. Yup, that's India on foreign pitches losing just 3. And it wasn't just against anyone. They won a series in West Indies after 15 years. They actually won a test match in South Africa for the very first time. That means after 3 consecutive winless series in South Africa. And they won a test series in England after 21 years. Mind you, after that win, India has not won a single test series there till date, even with the lineup that we have right now. And yes, I know, his records in ODI were a bit shaky. But he was the first captain to win his first 4 series in charge. Under him, India had set a record of 16 consecutive successful chases, and I know that India had that embarrassing group stage exit in 2007 ODI World Cup under his captaincy.
He cannot believe it, Rahul Dravid, captain of this Indian cricket team, strongly fancied for the World Cup.
But in spite of that, Rahul Dravid has one of the best win-loss record in tests and ODI in Indian cricket history. And yet, throughout his run, he was just seen as a stand-in. The wins were because of the team. The losses, though, they were Dravid's fault. And through all of this, Rahul kept on doing The only thing he had ever done. Whatever his team needed him to do. May it be going down the order or becoming the wicketkeeper, he did what was needed. And when he thought that the team needed it, in spite of a historic win in England, he gave up the captaincy. No discussions, no rumours, no controversy. He made his decision, he gave his papers and walked away. His stint as a captain soon to be forgotten in the annals of history. But moving forward 10 years, Rahul Dravid had to again make a decision to choose between a high-paying, lucrative job coaching the Delhi Daredevils team or coaching the India A and under-19 team. And to the surprise of absolutely no one, he did what was the best for his team. He left the Delhi Daredevils job and became a full-time coach for India. A decision whose ripples would be felt for years to come. Let's understand the under-19 World Cup scenario first. Indian under-19 team can be best described by one word: inconsistent. One year they will go and win the World Cup, the next year they'll get knocked out in the early stages. Out of the 10 under-19 World Cups that started in 1988, we had won 3 cups but failed to even make it to the finals in 6. So the obvious goal should have been, let's win more consistently, right? Well, after becoming the coach, one of the first thing that Rahul said to his team was, winning doesn't matter. You win, you lose, I don't care. I just want you all to gain experience.
Is that for me, it's never been about the results this tournament. I think, this tournament is a lot more than that. It's a great exposure and experience to be able to play this tournament, and not only just play this tournament but to build up to this tournament.
He absolutely didn't care how many matches or cups the under-19 team won. But what he wanted above all,
just aiming at the bigger picture and trying to sort of work on the bigger picture at this age group level, and seeing that we make it a more holistic development for some of these players, and hopefully they go on and then use these opportunities to play first class or international cricket.
He was not making a World Cup team, but a team that can easily fit into any Ranji side, any state side or even a national side. He was developing under-19 players that could easily feed the India A team, and A-team players who could be pulled into the main team at the drop of the hat, without them looking like scared rabbits caught in a headlight. And so it started. Teams were constantly rotated so new players could get a chance. Curators were told to make the greenest pitches they could, and foreign tours were scheduled at an increasing pace. If this wasn't enough, he even went ahead and made a rule that no player could play more than one under-19 World Cup, even if you fit under the age boundary.
And Rahul Dravid has said, you finished playing your under-19 World Cup, now guys, all of you go and play Ranji Trophy cricket. And he said as a result, they actually left out a lot of people who might actually have been better players.
In other words, Rahul Dravid did everything he could do to make his team lose. And with all the odds stacked against them, he then taught them to win. In those 3 years, in spite of not focusing on winning, Indian team made it to the finals each and every time, winning 1 and runners-up in 2. When asked about his success, he flatly said,
Great, it's nice to win it, but for me at this level, even if we had lost that final, I would have looked at a lot of the positives that we'd done through the 14 months and the way we'd built it up, and I think we need to keep refining that process, and from our perspective and hopefully from Indian cricket and BCCI's perspective, we'll be able to get even better and better at that, and not really just rely on this tournament as a benchmark for success.
What matters is how people get trained, and train he did. His team coached up to 150 players each year, out of which 40 to 50 players actually got to play under his banner. In those 3 years, he had put a system in place that was designed to make match-winning cricketers under any conditions, at all odds, and all the players that shined under him during this period gave credit to Dravid for improving their game.
Used to talk with each and every guy specifically, what he wants him. You just used to say these words. If situation asking you something else, something different from your game, you have to do it for the team.
और राहुल द्रविड़ जैसे प्लेयर आपको कहते हैं कि आप रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी लोगे टीम की, तो आपको पता है कि आपने शायद कुछ ना कुछ किया है. उनके मुंह से आना आप रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी लो. और चैम्पियंस लीग में मैंने गोल्डन बैट का अवार्ड जीता.
मैंने अपने बहुत सारे गेम के बैटिंग के बारे में बहुत कुछ उनसे सीखा और बहुत इम्प्रूवमेंट मेरे में हुई है. तो उसका सब कुछ मैं राहुल सर को ही देता हूँ.
Your wicket is very crucial for all of us, so don't just throw it, just make it as used as you can.
And he was the calmest and the coolest guy, so we are very influenced by that.
He doesn't always keep telling things after one ball or two ball. He watches the whole batting, and if he thinks that there is to correct him in that particular person or particular thing.
Rahul Dravid sir, he came to me and he was like, "Boss, what is this? Days last over and you're doing this." But later on, I started realizing about what he was trying to say.
But if you don't have an ego and if at heart you're a giver, then you have the ingredients of being a very good coach. And I think that is what Rahul Dravid has. He's willing to travel with them. He's willing to sit and have a meal with them. He doesn't have a separate life of his own. He's staying with the players. I think he's also making them grow as people, as indeed he's making them grow as players.
So, he was finally getting the credit that he truly deserved. A laurel that had long been denied from this stalwart of Indian cricket. And right before getting another feather in his cap, he left the job to take up a job at the mismanaged National Cricket Academy, where he hoped that he could help even more players, where he could create a better future for India. That's Rahul Dravid, my friends, doing the only thing he has ever done, whatever his team needed him to do. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, kindly like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.